If you've worked in data analytics across a few companies, it doesn't take long to realize that different organizations are at different levels of analytics maturity. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about in this video. Hi, I'm Brian Amrine with Value Driven Analytics, and in this video, we'll talk about the different tools used across organizations at different levels of analytics maturity. And we'll even discuss some of the pros and cons of working at an organization that's at a less mature level of analytics maturity versus a higher level of analytics maturity. With that said, let's head over to our PowerPoint. Analytics maturity. At Value Driven Analytics, this is one of our favorite topics because our flagship service, Analytics Transformation, involves moving an organization from one level of analytics maturity to the next. Now, when we think about analytics maturity, we think about three different levels: level one, level two, and level three. And what we're going to walk through is a general characterization of what a company looks like that's at a level one, two, or three. A level one company are often, not always, small and medium companies, size companies, non-technology companies. And they're using Excel. They might be pulling data via something called the cube or analysis services, certainly not SQL. They might be using Alteryx or other point and click tools, and they're using those to do point in time descriptive analysis. What are the differences across groups during a particular time period? They're not doing as much trending analysis, and if they are, it's typically manually pulled and it's not interactive. It's really hard or manual to drill in and see what that trend looks like for a particular business segment or geography. However, one of the pros of working at a level one analytics maturity organization is it's easier to stand out. In fact, you might be able to really do well there by leading that organization to a level two analytics maturity point. So let's talk about what that would look like. What is an analytics level two maturity? Well, a lot of times this is practiced at large corporations, non-technology corporations. Again, not always. And the tools that they're using would be things like SQL, an analytics staple, an interactive visualization tool like Power BI or Tableau, maybe some SAS, maybe some R, perhaps some Python. They might be doing some basic regression, linear regression, logistic regression, and they're using these things to do descriptive analysis, and they are not just looking at it for a point of time, but they're seeing if those trends hold true over time by doing some trending analysis as well. They might be building some basic time series and predictive models occasionally. And one of the nice things about working at a level two analytics maturity organization is it's a great place to learn some accessible yet efficient and flexible analytics. These are building blocks, and especially if you're going to use the type of technologies that are used at a level three organization, you've got to know SQL, you've got to know interactive visualization platforms. Some of these basic regression concepts, those are prerequisites. You need to know those things, and so that's a great way to start. Now, from there, you could either take that knowledge, go to a level one organization, and be that hero that leads them to a level two or level, or you might go to a level three organization and continue to build that technical knowledge, just become a really technical expert. Now, a level three organization is typically seen at a technology company. Not always, but just a generalization there. And they're usually using big data SQL platforms or big data platforms in general, even if they're not SQL based. Platforms that can process billions of rows easily. They're probably using Python, Spark. They're not just building regression models, but also machine learning models and even neural networks and deep learning models, some of the most advanced machine learning models out there. And they're probably using version control when they build those models. They probably have a good model maintenance and continual assessment process, really good, robust analytics processes in place. And they're using those things to perform classification, determining which customers are going to buy, prescription, building prescriptive analysis and models to determine what your biggest drivers of sales are, for instance. A/B testing everything. A level 3 maturity level organization is going to be very data driven. It's got to be tested if it's going to be rolled out. And one of the benefits of working in an organization like this is there's a lot of next level analytics being done, which is really exciting. And you're able to learn some really advanced techniques from the analysts there. Now, sometimes when you're building these more advanced models, it doesn't have to be the case, but it tends to be the case that the projects might take a little bit longer to roll out. And it's going to be a little harder to stand out as an analyst, but that's okay. It's a great place to learn. So hopefully that's helpful for understanding the 3 different levels of analytics maturity. If you're already with an organization and you've experienced what analytics is like where you work today, you may be curious of what level of analytics maturity your current organization is at. And if so, we've got the perfect tool for you on valuedrivenanalytics.com. So if you head on over to the website, there'll be this orange banner up here that'll allow you to take the analytics transformation assessment. Go ahead and click on that blue button, Take Assessment, and it'll take you to this page where you'll see a quiz. And it'll have a series of about 34 questions, and each one has 3 possible answers. Just fill out each of those, submit the form, and within a few days, you will receive an email with a customized report of what level of analytics maturity your organization is at, and more importantly, how you can help your organization get to the next level. So check it out. If you like this video, I hope you'll consider liking it formally. And if you'd like to see more analytics, data science, and leadership training videos, please consider subscribing to the channel. Finally, if you have any questions on what we discussed today, please leave a comment and I'll try to respond to it as soon as possible. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.